Hey there. Welcome back. We've been deep diving into all those side hustle hacks.
Yeah.
Well, this time we're going even further.
Ooh, okay.
We're diving deep into the whole world of building a business from your passion with blogging and influencer marketing.
It's really amazing how in the digital world, anyone can create a business from their passions.
Right. And we've got a ton of guides and articles, and honestly, they are just packed with insights on how to actually make this work.
Nice.
So consider this deep dive your like a masterclass in crafting a profitable online brand.
I like it.
Yeah.
So we'll be covering
Go ahead.
we'll be covering every single step from defining your personal brand to creating that awesome content that people just love and even navigating the sometimes confusing world of sponsorships and collaborations.
Okay, so let's break it down. One of the first things that really jumped out at me from all these guides was this whole idea of a unique value proposition called a UVP.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
It's basically like what makes you stand out, right? What's that special something that no one else can replicate?
Yeah, it's super crucial to define your UVP. It's the cornerstone of your whole personal brand. It's kind of like distilling all of your passions, your skills, your experiences into this clear statement that just tells the world, this is me and this is what I offer.
One guide even said to think about it like a tagline for your brand.
Yeah.
But it has to be catchy and instantly tell people what you're all about.
Yeah.
But it can't just be a catchy tagline, right?
Oh, definitely not. It needs substance. This is where being authentic is super important. It's not about creating some fake persona or trying to be someone you're not. It's about being real, relatable, and just letting your true personality shine.
So like being the best version of yourself, not some made-up online version.
Exactly. People can totally spot a fake. What
Yeah.
really resonates is genuine passion and a willingness to just be vulnerable, to share your journey, the ups and the downs.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. People connect with real people, not like some perfectly polished facade. So once you've figured out that UVP and embraced your authentic self, how do you figure out who you're talking to?
Yeah. How do you define your target audience?
Right.
Well, identifying your target audience is like so important for shaping your content and the message you want to send. You need to understand like their demographics, interests, needs, and even their pain points. Imagine creating a detailed profile of your ideal follower or customer.
So it's not just about like shouting into the void and hoping that someone hears you.
No, not at all.
It's about strategically targeting those people who are most likely to be interested in what you have to say.
Exactly. You want to create content that speaks directly to their interests and solves their problems. Like, think about it. Imagine you're a fitness enthusiast and you're building a blog. Are you targeting like beginners who are just starting their fitness journey, or are you focusing on experienced athletes who are looking for super advanced training tips?
That's a great example. Defining your target audience really helps you tailor your content and messaging to those specific needs and interests. Okay, so you've got your brand figured out, you know your audience, now it's time to create.
Yeah, that's right. Content is king, right? It's what attracts your audience, keeps them engaged, and turns them into loyal followers and
I think
customers. Right?
Customers, yes, I like that.
Tired of scrolling through endless workout videos and confusing money-making schemes? Fit4funds.com is your one-stop destination for reliable fitness equipment guides and proven side hustle strategies. From foam rollers to freelancing, we break down what actually works. No fluff, just practical tools to build your body and bank account. Visit fit4funds.com today, where fitness meets financial freedom.
Consistency, check. But it doesn't have to just be one type of content, right?
Oh, no.
Like a lot of the guys were saying we should be using different platforms.
Absolutely. Each platform is kind of like a different stage. It's got its own format and its own audience. So you might use Instagram for those amazing photos and, those short, catchy videos. And then on YouTube, you could have longer content like tutorials or vlogs.
And then there's podcasting,
Yes,
which is great for those in-depth conversations and sharing your knowledge.
exactly. You just got to diversify your content across all these different platforms so you can reach a wider audience and cater to everyone's preferences.
That sounds like a ton of work, though, managing all those platforms.
Yeah, it can be, but it's also a huge opportunity to expand your reach and connect with your audience in so many different ways.
Right.
And don't forget about engagement. It's not just about talking at your audience.
You have to talk with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Create a conversation. Engaging with your audience is how you build a strong community. Respond to comments, ask questions, do polls, make your followers feel like they're part of the conversation.
It's about building relationships, not just broadcasting. Now let's get to the part I know everyone's thinking about. How do you make money from this?
Ah, yes, the big question.
Blogging and influencer marketing.
There are a lot of ways to make money, and sponsorships are a big one, especially on platforms like Instagram. Brands are always searching for influencers who can connect with their target audience in an authentic way.
So it's kind of like partnering with brands to promote their products or services to your followers.
That's it. But it's crucial that you only choose sponsorships that align with your personal brand and your values. You don't want to promote something you don't believe in or that your audience would hate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Stay authentic. Another monetization strategy I saw that was cool was creating your own digital products, like ebooks, online courses, exclusive content.
That's a great way to use your expertise and make money.
Yeah.
It's about packaging your knowledge and skills into something that people actually want to pay for.
One guide was saying online courses are a good option.
Yeah, online courses are huge right now. People want to learn new skills. They want to invest in themselves,
Yeah.
their personal and professional development.
So if, say, I was really passionate about photography,
Yeah.
I could make an online course teaching people the basics of photography, editing techniques, even how to build a photography business.
Totally. And the best part about online courses is they can make you money passively. You create the course once, and it can just keep generating revenue for you.
Nice. Okay, so we've got sponsorships, digital products, online courses.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other ways to make money?
One that's often overlooked but super impactful is collaboration.
Collaboration.
Yeah, you team up with other creators or brands and get your content in front of a whole new audience.
Cross-pollination.
Exactly. The guides mention things like guest appearances on podcasts or YouTube channels, social media takeovers, joint giveaways. All these collaborations can boost your visibility, introduce you to new audiences, even give you fresh creative ideas.
Everyone wins. Okay, but let's be real.
Okay.
Building a personal brand and doing the whole influencer marketing thing, it isn't always easy. There are challenges,
Yeah.
right?
Of course. Just like anything, there are bumps in the road. One of the toughest challenges is staying authentic as your brand grows. It's easy to get caught up in the numbers game, followers, likes, comments, and you just lose sight of what you're about.
Yeah. So how do you stay true to yourself when you're constantly trying to grow your audience and build your brand?
It takes work, and you got to be willing to set boundaries. The guides have some good tips on this, like setting aside time for yourself to think, be really selective about the brands you work with, and don't be afraid to say no to things that don't feel right.
It's about your well-being and sticking to your vision, even when there's pressure to like conform or follow trends.
Yeah. And remember, not everyone is going to love what you do, and that's okay. You just can't please everyone.
One guide even said if everyone likes you, you're probably doing something wrong.
Huh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You just got to find your tribe, those people who really get your message.
Focus on those who get you, not the ones who don't. Okay, but you're putting in all this work, creating content, engaging with your audience, collaborating. How do you know if it's working? How do you measure success in this crazy world of blogging and influencer marketing?
It's a bit of a process. It's more than just looking at those vanity metrics, like how many followers you have or how many likes you get.
It's not just about how many followers, but the quality and how they engage with your content.
That's it. You need to analyze engagement rates, understand your audience growth, and see what trends are resonating with your followers.
One guide even compared data to a map.
Oh, yeah.
Like it helps you see the landscape and what's working, and you can adjust as needed.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Data can give you a ton of info about your audience's behavior and what they like, so you can fine-tune your content and strategies.
You're constantly learning and adapting based on the data. This next part I'm really excited about. One of the guides goes super in-depth on blogging for business.
Yes. This one is seriously insightful, especially when it comes to using blogging to gain customers.
It really emphasized that the goal isn't just getting traffic. It's about actually getting customers and making sales.
Yeah, traffic is useless if it doesn't translate into real business results. This guide shows how blogging can actually boost all three main customer acquisition channels: word of mouth, search, and even advertising.
Okay, so how does blogging work with those channels? Let's start with word of mouth.
Well, when you make content that people find valuable, whether it's helpful or entertaining, they're more likely to share it with their friends, family, coworkers. It's like digital word-of-mouth marketing. People are naturally spreading awareness about your brand, and you get potential customers organically.
It's like that saying, content is king, but marketing is queen and runs the household.
Ah, That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a great content, but promoting it and getting it in front of the right people is just as important. And blogging plays a huge role in both.
Now, what about search? How does blogging get you customers through search engines?
That's where SEO comes in. If you create blog posts that are optimized for relevant keywords, you'll rank higher in search engine results pages, the SRPs.
So when someone searches for something related to your niche, your blog post will pop up.
Exactly. And the guide has this a great example. Imagine an online store that sells shoelaces called laceout.net.
Okay.
They sell shoelaces, but they also have a blog with articles like different lacing styles. And get this, that article ranks in Google for over 600 related searches.
Whoa.
Yeah,
So people searching for info on lacing styles might find that article, discover laceout.net, and become customers.
exactly. It's a perfect example of how content marketing can bring in potential customers organically through search.
Okay, now what about advertising? How does blogging work with that?
The guide suggests using your blog content for ads, so instead of running ads for your product directly, you promote the content that talks about your product.
So instead of just a basic ad for shoelaces, laceout.net could run an ad promoting their article about different lacing styles.
Yep. It's subtle but effective. Imagine someone reading an informative article about different shoelace styles, and then in that article, there's a link to buy stylish shoelaces from laceout.net. It feels less pushy than a regular ad.
Like a gentle nudge, not a hard sell.
Right. You provide value first, then subtly introduce the product.
Okay, so we see how blogging can really boost word of mouth, search, even advertising, which all leads to more customers.
Hmm.
But how do you make content that ranks high in Google and actually attracts those customers?
That's where link-worthy content comes in.
Link-worthy content, what's that?
It means creating content that other websites naturally want to link to. It's got to be valuable, unique, data-driven, tell a story, have expert opinions, stuff that people find so useful that they want to share it with their own audience.
So it's not just about pumping out any old blog post.
Nope.
It's about making content that's awesome and stands out, gives real value, and makes people want to share it.
Exactly. And the more websites that link to your content, the higher Google will rank it in search results. Those links tell Google that your content is valuable and trustworthy.
So it's like a popularity contest, but instead of votes, it's backlinks.
You could say that, but those backlinks have to be earned, not like manipulated.
Right. You can't just beg for links. The content has to be so good that people naturally link to it.
Exactly. And this guide has some amazing tips on how to create that kind of link-worthy content. We'll definitely go deeper into those strategies in the next part of our deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
Me too. But for now, let's switch gears a bit and talk about another really cool part of content marketing and influencer marketing working with bloggers.
Oh, this is interesting because I know a lot of brands really struggle with this. They reach out to bloggers all wrong.
They do. And this guide stresses how important it is to treat bloggers with respect and understand that blogging is a business.
Not just a hobby. It's a real way to build a brand and make money.
Absolutely. A lot of brands approach bloggers like they're just looking for favors or free promotion. But to really have successful collaborations, brands need to understand the work bloggers do and be willing to create partnerships that benefit everyone.
So it's not just about getting your product on a blog. It's about building a relationship with the blogger and finding ways to collaborate that help both of you.
Exactly. This guide has some really good advice on how to do that. It starts with understanding the blogger's audience and the type of content they make.
So don't just spam every blogger you can find with the same generic pitch.
Nope. Take the time to research their blog, their audience, their style, and see if there's a good fit.
And when you do reach out, make it personal and show them that you've done your research and that you understand how this collaboration could help both of you.
That's right.
One guide even mentions sending a gift with your pitch.
Oh, yeah.
It shows that you're serious about working together and that you value their time and effort.
It's about going the extra mile, showing that you're not just looking for a quick promotion, but that you actually want to build a relationship and work together.
It's all about relationships, providing value, and creating win-win situations.
That's it. And in the next part of our deep dive, we'll go even deeper into specific strategies for working with bloggers, from writing those killer pitches to managing successful collaborations.
I'm ready for it.
Me too.
But for now, we got to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be right back with more on blogging and influencer marketing.
Awesome. And we're back, still diving deep into the world of blogging and influencer marketing.
I'm so ready for more.
Before the break, we were talking about building those relationships with bloggers. But now let's talk about something super important for every blogger and influencer out there.
Mm,
Getting your content seen.
okay.
That's where content promotion comes in.
Right, because it's like if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around, doesn't even make a sound. You know,
Yeah.
if you create amazing content but you don't promote it, is anyone even going to see it?
Exactly. You got to amplify your reach. Get your content in front of more people.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, one of the guides we looked at really focused on having a strategic approach to content promotion.
Okay.
It's not just randomly posting on social media and hoping for the best.
Right, it's got to be more planned out than that.
Yeah, it involves figuring out where your audience hangs out online, which platforms, which channels, and then tailoring your promotion efforts to those places.
So meet your audience where they are.
Exactly. You got to understand their habits and what they like,
Yeah.
and then make your promotion strategy match.
Got it. So what are some specific content promotion strategies? I know one that came up a lot was leveraging your existing audience.
Yes. It seems obvious, but a lot of people forget about it. You've worked hard to build that following through your email list, social media, website subscribers. Those are your loyal fans.
Yeah, they're already interested in what you have to say.
Exactly. So when you post a new blog, don't assume they'll just find it. You got to share it with them directly. Announce it on social media, send an email newsletter, make sure it's featured on your website.
And it's not just about sharing the link.
Oh, no.
It's about making it sound exciting so people actually click and read.
You got to highlight the main points, make them curious, make them feel like they'll miss out if they don't read it.
Like a movie trailer.
Yeah.
Give them a sneak peek, but don't spoil the whole thing.
Exactly. Now, another strategy that popped up a lot was reaching out to relevant communities.
Ooh, yeah, using those niche audiences.
Online communities are where people with shared interests hang out.
Right.
Think Facebook groups, subreddits, LinkedIn groups, even forums for specific industries. These places are gold mines for finding potential readers who are already interested in your topic.
So if I wrote a blog post about, say, the best productivity apps for entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
I can share it in a Facebook group for entrepreneurs or a subreddit about productivity hacks.
Exactly. You're putting your content right in front of people who are likely to find it valuable. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do this.
I bet you don't want to be that spammy person.
No spamming. You got to be a real member of the community. Engage in conversations, give helpful advice, share valuable content, even if it's not yours.
So build relationships first, establish yourself as someone who contributes, and then promote your own stuff.
Exactly. Think of it like networking. You wouldn't walk up to someone and just hand them your business card. You'd chat, get to know them, build rapport before you start talking business.
Good point. Be a human, not a marketing robot.
That's it. Now, another strategy that's really powerful, especially these days, is content repurposing.
Repurposing, what does that mean exactly?
It means taking your existing content and transforming it for different platforms, like changing the format. You're making the most of your hard work.
Oh, okay. So let's say I wrote an amazing blog post about the benefits of meditation.
Yes.
I could turn that same content into a YouTube video, a Pinterest infographic, Instagram stories, maybe even a podcast episode.
Exactly. You're breathing new life into your content and reaching new audiences on different platforms.
And you're not starting from scratch each time. You already have the main content. Just got to adapt it.
Exactly. Plus, different people like different formats. Some like reading, some prefer watching, some like listening. Repurposing your content lets you cater to all those preferences and expand your reach.
Like a content buffet. Something for everyone.
That's it. And the guides had some awesome examples of how effective this can be.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
One that stood out was about a marketing agency that had this really detailed guide on social media strategy.
Okay.
They turned it into a series of short, animated videos for YouTube.
What happened?
It was huge. The videos went viral, got millions of views, and brought a ton of traffic to their website.
That's incredible. So repurposing content can reach more people and even go viral.
Absolutely. Now, another strategy worth looking into is guest blogging.
Oh, yeah. Guest blogging is a classic. Get your name and your ideas out there on other established platforms.
Yep. And it's not just about getting your name out there. It's also a powerful way to get backlinks to your website.
Backlinks.
Yeah.
Those are super important for SEO, right?
They are like gold. Backlinks are those links from other websites to your website. Google uses them to determine how high your website ranks in search results. They show Google that your content is valuable and trustworthy.
The more good backlinks you have, the higher your website will rank.
Exactly. Guest blogging is a great way to earn those backlinks because you're basically getting a link from another website in exchange for giving them great content.
Win-win. You get a new audience and a backlink. The host blog gets fresh content.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you gotta be strategic about guest blogging. Find blogs that are relevant to your niche and have a good number of readers.
So if I write about healthy recipes, I wouldn't guest post on a fashion blog.
Exactly. You want to reach people who are interested in what you write about.
Yeah.
And when you reach out to these blogs, pitch them interesting content ideas that their audience will actually like.
Always provide value.
Absolutely. Now, another strategy that can be super effective but takes a little more finesse is outreach.
Outreach. Explain that one. What is that?
It's basically reaching out to people, usually through email, to build relationships, share your content, and hopefully get backlinks, collaborations, or even media coverage.
So you're proactively connecting with people who might be interested in your stuff.
That's it. But you have to be genuine and authentic. No spamming people with generic messages or begging for links.
Right. It's about building relationships, giving value, and explaining why your content is relevant to them.
Exactly. And the guides we looked at had some really good tips on effective outreach. One was the importance of making each email personal.
So no generic emails.
No way. You got to take the time to research the person you're emailing, mention something specific you like about their work, and explain why you think they'd be interested in your content.
Treat each email like a real conversation, not a mass email blast.
Exactly. Now, another outreach strategy that's really clever is called broken link building.
Broken link building. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
It's where you find websites that have links to pages that don't exist anymore.
Oh, those are so annoying.
I know. It's bad for the website owner because it's a bad experience for users.
So how do you use that to your advantage?
You reach out to the website owner and let them know about the broken link and offer your own content as a replacement. They get to fix a broken link and you get a backlink.
That's smart, turning a problem into an opportunity.
Exactly. The guides even showed how to find those broken link opportunities using tools like a ref site explorer.
A ref's Site Explorer. That's a powerful tool for SEO. We should talk more about that another time. But for now, let's move on to paid promotion.
All right. Paid promotion can be really useful, especially if you want to get your content seen by a lot of people quickly.
So like social media ads, Google ads, even sponsored content on other websites.
Exactly. But you can't just throw money at any random ad campaign.
Right, you got to be smart about it.
Target the right audience with the right message. The guides emphasize setting clear goals for your paid campaigns, finding out where your target audience hangs out online, and writing ads that grab their attention and speak to their needs.
So paid promotion, if you do it right, can really get your content out there.
Absolutely. But don't forget, it's just one piece of the puzzle.
It's not magic.
No. You still need to create awesome content, engage with your audience, build relationships. That's how you succeed in the long run.
It's finding the right balance between the things you do for free and the things you pay for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, one thing that stood out to me from these guys was how much they stressed patience and persistence.
Yeah, that's so important because it's easy to get discouraged when you're just starting out and not seeing results right away.
It takes time and effort to build a blog or an online presence. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
So don't expect overnight success.
Definitely not. You got to keep creating great content, promoting it, engaging, building relationships, and fine-tuning your strategies.
It's a long game.
It is. And the guides actually had some encouraging words for people who might feel intimidated by the bigger names online.
What are they saying?
They said that even small websites and bloggers can achieve amazing things by focusing on a few key things.
Okay, what are those key things?
They talked about understanding searcher intent. It basically means figuring out what people really want when they type something into Google.
So don't just stuff your content with keywords, actually understand what your audience is looking for.
Right. The guides had good examples, like someone searching best running shoes might want reviews, comparisons, or buying guides. Creating content that answers those different questions is how you attract the right people and rank higher in search results.
Put yourself in your audience's shoes and give them what they need.
Exactly. And they also emphasized optimizing content for specific keywords.
Those words and phrases people type into search engines, right?
Yep. Using the right keywords throughout your content makes it more likely that your content will pop up when people search for those terms.
Like tagging your content so Google knows what it's about and shows it to the right people.
That's it. And the guides gave some really good tips on how to research keywords, find the right ones, and include them naturally.
No keyword stuffing allowed. That's when you cram in a ton of keywords, and it sounds super unnatural.
Yeah, Google hates that. It can actually hurt your rankings.
Now find the right balance. Make it good for Google and for real people.
Exactly. And then they also stressed building those high-quality backlinks.
We talked about those with guest blogging, but it sounds like they're important for any website that wants to rank well.
They are essential, like votes of confidence from other websites telling Google, this website is legit.
More quality backlinks, higher rankings?
That's it. So how do you build them?
Yeah, how?
The guides had a bunch of strategies: guest blogging, outreach, broken link building, even just creating content so good that people naturally link to it.
Sounds like a lot to learn.
There is. We'll definitely dive deeper into those strategies in the next part of our deep dive.
Can't wait. This has been so helpful and insightful. I feel ready to step up my content promotion game.
That's great to hear. Just remember, be strategic, be creative, and be persistent. And don't be afraid to try things out and see what works for you and your audience.
Great advice. Welcome back, everyone. We've talked about a lot in this deep dive, from figuring out your personal brand to becoming a content promotion pro. But there's one last piece we need to explore. It's super important.
Yeah.
It can really make or break your online success.
Backlinks, the heart of SEO.
Exactly.
Those little links from other websites, they can seriously boost your search engine rankings and get you seen online.
We've mentioned backlinks a few times, but I want to dive in deeper. These guides go beyond the usual SEO advice.
They do. They really highlight how not all backlinks are the same. It's not just about getting any link, it's about getting high-quality links from trustworthy websites that are related to what you do.
Right, so a link from a well-respected website in your industry is way more valuable than a bunch of links from random low-quality sites.
Exactly. One guide had this great analogy. Think of backlinks like votes of confidence. The more votes you get from authoritative sources, the more Google trusts you.
So it's like a popularity contest, but the votes are backlinks from websites Google sees as important.
Exactly. And these guides give you a clear system for finding and earning those top-notch backlinks. They suggest starting by checking out your competitors.
Oh, like spying on the competition, but in a good way.
In a strategic way, you can use tools like RF Site Explorer to see all the backlinks pointing to any website.
Wow.
You can see which backlinks are most valuable to your competitors and then figure out how you can get similar links for yourself.
So you're basically reverse engineering their success?
Exactly.
But looking at all those backlinks can be overwhelming. Where do you even begin?
RFs has some good tips. They say focus on links from websites that are relevant, authoritative, and have good context.
Okay, break those down for me. Relevance seems pretty straightforward. You want links from websites that are related to your industry or niche.
Right. A link from a website in the same industry as you is way more powerful than a link from a completely unrelated site. So if you're a food blogger, a link from a cooking website or a food magazine is way better than a link from a tech blog, for example.
Makes sense. What about authority?
Authority is about how credible and trustworthy the website is.
Okay.
Websites with high authority are usually well-established, have lots of followers, and are seen as experts in their field.
So like a link from the New York Times would be a high authority backlink.
Exactly. Tools like RFs actually have a metric called domain rating, which tells you how authoritative a website is.
That's helpful.
Yeah, so when you're checking out those competitor backlinks, you can focus on the ones that come from websites with a high domain rating.
Okay, got it. What was that last one? Context.
Context is about where the link is placed on the page. A link within a relevant article is better than a link hidden in the footer or sidebar.
Oh, I see.
Google values links that are surrounded by related content because it shows a stronger connection between the two websites.
Okay, so when you're looking at your competitors' backlinks, focus on the ones that are contextually relevant. Links that are within content related to your industry.
Exactly. Now, once you've looked at all those backlinks and found the good ones, you can start thinking about how to get similar links for yourself.
Okay, how do we do that?
One guide suggests creating a linkable asset.
Linkable asset. Okay.
It's basically content that's so good, so informative, or so engaging that other websites just naturally want to link to it.
So you're going above and beyond, creating something that truly stands out and provides real value.
Exactly. One guide even said to think of your linkable asset as a gift to the internet.
I like that.
Something you're giving freely that provides real value and makes people want to share it.
Awesome. So you've created this amazing asset. Now what?
Now you start reaching out to relevant websites and tell them about it.
Okay.
And that's where all those outreach strategies we talked about come in. Personalization, building relationships, offering value.
Right. No spamming. got to be thoughtful, show them you've done your research, and explain why your content would be a great addition to their website.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to get creative. One guide even suggested sending a personalized video message instead of just an email.
That's a good idea.
It makes you stand out and be memorable.
Speaking of standing out, I remember one guide mentioned the skyscraper technique. What's that all about?
The skyscraper technique. It's a cool strategy for content creation and link building. Basically, you find content that's already ranking well for a certain keyword, and then you create something even better, more comprehensive, more engaging.
So you're building a skyscraper of content that's taller than everything else.
Exactly. And once you've created it, you reach out to the websites that are linking to the old content and let them know about your awesome new resource.
So you're like, hey, I saw you link to this outdated article. I made something way better that your readers would love. Maybe you could link to mine instead.
Exactly. It can be really effective, especially if your content is top-notch.
I like it. It sounds like all these strategies take work and dedication.
They do, but the rewards are worth it. Those backlinks are like votes of confidence that can really push your website to the top of Google. And the cool thing is, once you start getting those good backlinks, it creates a snowball effect. The more authority your website has, the easier it is to get even more backlinks, which boosts your rankings even more.
So it's like a cycle of SEO success. Well, we've covered so much in this deep dive into blogging and influencer marketing. From building your brand to content promotion and backlink building, we've explored what it takes to be successful online.
It's been a great journey. I hope everyone listening feels ready to take action and build their own amazing online presence.
Me too. And remember, it's not just about the technical stuff. It's about passion, creativity, and genuinely wanting to connect with your audience.
That's what matters most. Find your voice, share your story, and keep creating.
You never know. Maybe someday we'll be featuring your blog or online business as a success story in a future deep dive.
I love that.
That's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.